So yeah, it was a Halloween weekend. Went out to the bar, drank some that night. The next day I felt really hungover. But then Tuesday, Wednesday roll around and I told my brother, I said, I don't think this is a hangover. I need to go to the doctor. Went to the doctor, told him what was going on. He took some blood work and then gave me a CT scan. And then he called me back into his office the very next day, the doctor did, and said from the PET scan that my body was glowing head to toe. I had cancer head to toe. And when he told me that, I was just like, okay, what are we gonna do? And and then he said he was gonna refer me to an oncologist, but I didn't have an appointment for 2 or 3 weeks with the oncologist, so I decided to go live my life crazy and spend all my money and travel with my neighbor. What are we gonna do? And I was like, let's go to Nashville. Let's go, wherever. So we just started going to all these music shows. We hit Nashville for a week. Fast forward to my first appointment with my oncologist, oncologist, and he took my blood that day and he said, I don't think you have cancer. So I was like, what a relief, but yet I have no money left. He started putting me through testing. They were testing me for all kinds of stuff, lupus, MS, you name it. They were testing me for it. They were doing acupuncture, all these tests for 8 months. So I went to my oncologist, and said, can you give me a referral to Mayo? So 8 months of doctors here was 2 days there. With that, but with looking at my charts and what was going on now, the doctor assumed it was warm autoimmune hemolytic anemia. I was with my girlfriend, she's my wife now, and her daughter was having a birthday party at a trampoline park. So I decided that I'm gonna show these kids how to do a flip. And I showed them what not to do, and I broke my leg. Everything's fine, I had the surgery, get the cast, and every time I get up to go down the hall to the bathroom, I just would be so lightheaded, shortness of breath. I could feel my heartbeat in my head, and I was chalking it up to I have a broken leg, I'm not in shape, and well, it kept getting worse and worse. And I said something to she was my girlfriend at the time. She's like, I think you have blood clots in your lungs. I said, okay, let's go. Broken leg and all, I was up, let's go. So we get to the hospital, they take my blood, they check me out. The nurse comes back in and she's like, well, you don't have any blood clots, but you don't have any blood. Hemoglobin was all the way down to 6 hemoglobin. They said I wasn't leaving the hospital, and then they started talking blood transfusions, and I was like, what is going on? Blood transfusions, this is new to me. So fast forward, had the first transfusion, barely brought my blood up. They gave me another transfusion, still barely brought my blood up. So fast forward 4 days, I think I was there, 3 blood transfusions, 4 days. My blood was finally enough to where I could go home. So fast forward 5 months, I have tapered off all the prednisone, and then I was in what they call remission. I didn't have an idea. Like the 2016 to 2018, I had no idea I was living with this rare disease. So when I was getting the blood transfusions, we were under the assumption that I wasn't able to take that blood or this blood. And I had a lot of my friends texting me or putting on my Facebook or whatever that they were going to donate blood. And wasn't just because of, they didn't know why I wasn't able to take this blood, but it sparked something. And it sparked something with me too, because I was very thankful for them. I started taking my life serious after the hospital visit. I slowed down on all the partying and getting out, and I kind of focused on my wife and her kids. I'm a totally different person than I was when I first got diagnosed to now. Now I want to be healthy.